Welcome to Breaking News Wahala, the news these are. In a recent plight on LGBTQ setup and keto, the community has begun to cry and call for help, as a new video of a young teenager who just turned 19, a young adult, was seen in a viral video half naked, questioned by homophobes. He was asked what his name is, and he said his name is Ugochukwu. He was questioned and asked, what does your father and your mother call you? He said, Kelvin. He was also asked, how many years have you been a homosexual, or have you practiced homosexuality? And he said 2 years.
19 years. How many years you don't do this homosexual?
2. 2 years.
2 years. Your people don't say they do them. Yeah?
Okay, what is got to be
wait. Do you know the implication of homosexual and Nigeria question?
14 years.
14 years. And you are doing it. You want to stop it? You want to stop it? Do you know that youth will feast as on decide and I will go burn you?
You know, what kind of young cause?
This person where you are in, they do that thing now. Are you getting anything from it? If you do and finish, they will give you money. How old are you?
19.
19 years. What's be your name?
Ugochukwu.
What's your papa they call you?
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Your mama uncle?
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
This is a time in our community that we all must agree together that the act and the actions of ketos has increased beyond what we can tolerate. We want to ask the Nigerian government, is it that the Nigerian police ain't seeing this video? We want to ask the NGOs and the EDs, is it that the NGOs in Nigeria are not seeing this video? But it is so appalling that the NGOs are seeing this video, and the one thing they choose to do is to attack Q Real Talk for speaking her truth. The one thing that the community decides to do is to attack Chimereze as being the sponsor of Ketos and Setup. Instead of us to come together, put our combined efforts and find the perpetrators of this act. It was in Lagos. I will not mention the NGO with name withheld, came together, were able to find justice for the late Nathan that passed on. It did not take them years of deliberation. An NGO, Happiest Ones, was able with Atam Balam, they were able to go and find justice for their friend who was killed. It was still in Lagos that they said NGO was able to apprehend the killers of Dave. They decided to take action, and they apprehended the man who unlived Dave in his house. But instead, our Igbo activists, our activists in Enugu, our activists in Imo State, our activists in Rivers State decide to turn the other eyes. Our NGOs decide to use this video to be collecting money from funders. This is our time we are saying to the EDs. This is our time we are saying to the NGOs. This is our time we are saying to the community leaders. You can question my activism, but one thing I want to question you on this matter is, how do you sleep at night when you see videos like this? How do you sleep at night when all you do is to collect money, and we don't even see the little effort that this NGO are putting into even a police case? But at the same time, I want to thank the NGOs like Minority Watch that has gone far and beyond. I want to really thank Minority Watch, because in my own personal endeavor and my own personal research, I have seen that Minority Watch has found justice for some community members And kudos to Minority Watch. I want to say we can do better as a community. A recap of the news. A young teenager was stripped and kitoed in a viral video. He was questioned about his sexuality. He was asked what his father and his mom calls him. How many years has he practiced homosexuality? And we see videos like this. It has come to a point that we are tired, we are fed up. 2025, is this what we are going to continue again with? What will be the difference? What will be the change? When will somebody say enough is enough? We need to find those who are behind. But instead, the likes of Oyash, JP Crime Fighter, decides to hide behind the keyboard. Instead, the likes of Oyash, JP Crime Fighter and his camp and everyone who supports him decides to sit down and feel that Chimereze, who is in Canada, is sponsoring Kito. It takes nothing for me to stop recording this news. It takes nothing for me to stop speaking about this news. But I want to say to all the EDs that say they will question my activism, I want to tell you something. Q Real Talk did not start with you guys. I want to make it clear in this video to the Nigerian LGBT community, you never for one day supported Q Real Talk. You never for one day promoted Q Real Talk. Instead, we were kicked out of WhatsApp group. Instead, we were removed from WhatsApp group. Instead, we were banned from Facebook group. Instead, we were castigated by you. So I don't expect you to say anything good concerning this brand. But one thing I want to remind you that the people who support this group, our viewers and subscribers are from India. Our viewers and subscribers are from America. Our viewers and subscribers are from the Philippines. Nigeria has 1% in rating when we go to our YouTube analysis. So to the EDs and to the NGOs, we don't expect anything from you. But the one thing we are calling out is, can we keep aside our sentiment? Can you do a little bit of diligence in finding out? And can you do a bit of diligence in seeking justice? A 19 years old should not be castigated like this. We don't know what happened to this individual after this video. Another thing before I wrap up this news, I want this community to ask and think for once. If you say I'm a keto, I want to ask you, when videos like this comes out, how come Oyash JP Crime Fighter is the first to have every keto video? How come Oyash JP Crime Fighter has and is the first to have every keto video? Does Oyash work with the ketos? Or do they keto people and they call Oyash, hey, Oyash, oh, JP Crime Fighter, oh, we don't keto another person, oh. Oga, make we send you video so that your brand will get video to show. Have you ever stopped to ask, how come that he has these videos? Have you ever stopped to ask, how come JP Crime Fighter has no job but owns 2 cars and a house? Have you ever stopped to ask, why is it that this allegation for 4 years, JP Crime Fighter has not done one thing to stop keto, has not done one thing to stop setup, but instead he pretends to be acting? There is no one time we can say, okay, JP Crime Fighter has been reporting keto case, so JP Crime Fighter that is in Nigeria took police and went to a person's house and arrested the person. There is no one time we can see JP Crime Fighter went to Benin and was speaking with the elders of Benin. These keto and setup are happening in Benin. They are happening in Warri. JP Crime Fighter, EDs of NGOs, have you gone to see the king, the traditional rulers, the elders? Where is human rights? Human Watch. Have you gone to see the Igwe? Have you gone to see the Oba and talk about this matter? But you can stay behind your keyboards to type all you want to type against and about Q Real Talk and Chimereze. But yet, You have cars. You have never started your cars to go to Warri to make inquiries. You've never spent your money to hire a lawyer to say, let this lawyer, this human rights lawyer, pick up one case as an example. Till today that we are speaking to you, apart from the effort that Q Real Talk and Let It Shine and Obudu and Minority Watch did to try to see how to bury Area Mama, no other person came out. Oh yes, JP Crime Fighter. Did you go to the police to say Abuja Area Mama? No. JP Crime Fighter, have you buried the Abuja Area Mama? No. It's that time we begin to call a spade a spade. Kitos must end in our community. If it's the last thing I do, Kitos will never go scot-free. Because these people are bridging on people. They are destroying people's life, destroying people's home, traumatizing queer folks, and we are turning a blind eye. Let us keep our sentiment aside. You watching behind the other screen, you have watched Q Real Talk for almost 4 years. We have given to this community. I have given to this community my personal funds, my time, my skill as a filmmaker, as an editor. I edit Q Real Talk. I watch these videos. Sometimes I watch them and watch them. The sound, the cry stick in my head. I have a nightmare. We have never asked you for money. But one thing that Chimereze is asking you this time around is, please, let's keep our sentiments aside. I know you don't like me. I know you don't want me. But let us fight for one common good and stop these Kitos from operating. Let us bring these perpetrators. When you have the opportunity to speak, EDs, workers, volunteers, whatever you are, when you go for your symposium, can you please stop playing those truth and dare games? Can you please stop playing those pool, drinking and shots? Can you hold the sex parties for a while? Let us stop this Kito and setup. How can you be celebrating Pride in Lagos when there is nothing to be proud about? Who will celebrate the Pride in Lagos when everybody has been kitoed and traumatized? Can we focus? Who will we be treating the HIV and giving PrEP and HIV release AIDS to, when all the community members has all gone? If you are watching this video and you are not pained the way I am pained while recording this video, if you are not pained, then I think you are part of our problems. I urge all of us, this is a time for us to be safe. I urge you, if you are going out, if you are experiencing Kito, Q Real Talk is open. Write to us at qrealtalkng@gmail.com. Come on our Zoom. Come and tell your story. Let the world hear your voice. Cry it out. Let the international body hear from your mouth. They have heard enough from my mouth. I am not the one they are flogging. I am not the one they are beating. It is you. So speak up. It is high time we speak so that these videos will end. A recap of the news. A young 19-year-old boy has been traumatized by some Igbo old men that refuse to have sense. By some people who are supposed to have children, yet they have no achievement in their life. By some people who refuse education to pass through their head. Has traumatized a 19-year-old young adult. Questioned him, belittled him, took his confidence away, took his self-esteem away, and we are here blaming Chimereze and looking at shadows. But if this is why we want to continue in our community, looking at the irrelevant things and leaving the younger generation with trauma, I will speak. I will shout. Anywhere I have the opportunity to tell this story, I will tell our story. story till I stop to exist. That is me, me, Chimereze. I am not going anywhere. Thank you for always watching. But beyond watching, beyond just watching, please comment. Beyond just watching, please write to us. Please, beyond watching, reach out to Let It Shine. They are the organization that I can trust from here. Reach out to us, make suggestions. What can be done? There are queer police in Nigeria. There are queer armies in Nigeria. There are queer politicians in Nigeria. There are queer lawyers in Nigeria. What are you people doing? What have you done? For 4 years, you have just been behind the screen watching a young generation get traumatized. God is on the throne. Thank you for watching, and this has been Breaking News Wahala. And I remain your news anchor, Chimereze Henry Ahunaya.